Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy, footy.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? That's not bad. That's not bad. I reckon we could do a bit better, though. What do you reckon? Come on. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Yeah! All right, welcome along to That's Good for Footy. Nice to have you at the Mulgrave Country Club. Welcome along to Hawthorn night. Just been chatting with the boys out the back. They're very eager to come out and meet you all. I'm pretty sure you'll probably be pretty keen to get them out here as well. I'm looking for everyone to get their phones up as soon as they come through that door. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Welcome to That's Good for Footy. This is the only live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. These shows are for the passionate supporters. These shows allow you to see the players be themselves. Let's go, let's get stuck in. Hawthorn show, June the 28th. Please welcome to the show. Our first panellist, he was born on the 4th of August in 1999. He's played a total of 66 games and he's kicked 66 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2019. When he plays for the Hawthorn Football Club, he wears the number 13 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Dylan Moore.
We're a happy team at Hawthorn. We're the mighty fighting Hawks. We love our club and we play to win. Riding the bucks with a grin at Hawthorn. Come on, may you find us right.
Thank you. Thank you to all the 5 people that were singing. That was wonderful. Great to have Dylan here. Now, Dylan's first time on the show, everybody, so, you know, everyone go nice and easy, but it's good to have him here. I'm going to go into a little bit of questioning once I get the other panellists out here about Dylan and how he's come to the meteoric rise of where he is right now, which is great. But how's everything going, mate? How's training going? How are you in life in general? How's everything?
Yeah, training was going well until we got smashed on the weekend, so this week's been pretty tough already.
Yeah.
But yeah, going well. Life's going well. I'm living with Will Day at the moment and he's playing good footy, so the household's happy. So
how good's that?
It's good.
Nice. And how nice is it to walk out here and see all these lovely Hawthorn fans with their welcoming rendition of the Hawthorn theme song?
Yeah, it was great. It was great singing. We'll hear it again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, good. That's what we want to hear. Well, you're about to hear it in about another 15 seconds, which is good. Let's get our second panellist out here. He was born on the 14th of October in 1998. He's played a total of 59 games and he's kicked 106 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. When he plays for the Hawthorn Football Club, he wears the number 2 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Mitchell Lewis.
We're a happy team at Hawthorn. We're the mighty fighting Hawks. We love our club and we play to win. Riding the bucks with a grin at Hawthorn. Come on, may you find us right.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. It's very nice. There's some nice people down the back of the room that are all going, hey, how good is this? But there's no better look than the 2 girls up the front that are going, there's Mitchell Lewis. I like that. Very good. I'm not going to point them out. We're just going to leave it at that. It's great to have the boys here. Mitch, I did ask Dylan when he first came out how he's going. How are you, mate? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good to see such a great turnout here tonight. Training's going very well. We had our mid-season bye a couple of weeks ago, so the body's feeling fresh and rejuvenated. Good.
We're going to get stuck into all that. We've got a lot to get through tonight. I'm going to go through it all now. We're going to talk about it. I want to get stuck in here with a couple of questions off the top. They're a little bit meaty. You can decide whether you want to go anywhere with them or not. Guys, I want to talk to you about the bye rounds. I'm going to start with a question. Is a month of byes too much? It's been tried and tested a heap of different ways over the journey, and I think the one is the worst version ever. I think this is why I don't think the supporters like this, but what about you players? Do you have an opinion? Is a month of byes too long?
I actually had no idea there was a month of byes this year, to be honest. I just look at the fixture and see when we're playing. So we had our bye a couple of weeks ago, which was good, but I actually don't really have an opinion on it. It doesn't affect me too much.
I've got a little bit of an opinion.
Good.
Just because I'm a bit more of a footy nuff than the Mitter is, and I do Supercoach, and it's been ruining my Supercoach for the last month.
Right.
So,
Nice.
I prefer just 1 month, and hopefully that helps my Supercoach side in the future years.
Yeah. I've just found it strange because obviously you'll have 6 teams together, then you'll have 3 and not play, then it's 6, then it's 3, then it's another 6. Out of the whole 18 teams, it just upsets the whole fixture. It's all over the shop. The fans, I just want to ask, can I see a show of hands? How many people actually like the bye round, the way the structure's set up at the moment? You like it? How many don't? Yeah, well, there you go. There's the unanimous answer I was looking for. I should have asked them and not you guys. But more importantly, just to find out how it actually sits with you guys, did you guys get to go away at all? Did you get to rejuvenate? Did you go and spend some time somewhere? Spend time with family, kids, whatever the case?
Yeah, we all get, I think it's from Wednesday till Sunday off. Yep. So, the club gave us 5 days off and pretty much everyone went somewhere. So, I headed up to Darwin.
Okay.
Spent a couple of days in the community in Katherine.
Oh, nice.
Last year we got to play in Darwin and we got some connections with a few of the remote communities up there. So, I went back there with a few of the boys this year and then did that for 2 days. And after that, just went to Darwin, sat by the casino pool and just relaxed there for the next couple of days.
Oh, that's good. What about you, Mitch? What did you do?
So that was a really great answer in terms of things to do for the footy club and giving back. I went to Barnbougle, which is a golf club down in Tassie. So absolutely love my golf, and there was 8 of us that headed down there from the footy club, and
nice.
Had a mini tournament over 3 days, which was really nice.
How cool is that? And I know you're a very keen golfer, which I'll get to a little bit later on. But how do you find Barnbougle? It's just a beautiful course. Yeah,
it's amazing, and people think that this time of year, June, July, is quite fresh, which it is, but the weather down there is actually really nice. So not like James Sicily, I love Tasmania.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. I like that. A little throwaway line in there. Good man. Hey, with the addition of Gather Round this year, now you are now playing 24 rounds. Some teams play each other twice, some only once. Is this fair, or is it on the competition? Is it fair on the competition?
Well, Damien Barrett would say if you verse us twice, it's unfair. But no, I don't think it's unfair at all. It's just how footy works, and some people say that they want 18 rounds of footy, so you verse everyone once. But for me, I love playing footy, so the more games a year, better for me.
So 24 rounds of football, just to talk about it a little bit more in depth. You've got 24 rounds of football when you have a bye round in there, okay? So it's still 23 games that you're going to be playing. Is that excessive, do you think, or are you happy with that amount of football?
I don't think so, personally. There used to be the NAB Cup where it used to be a proper pre-season competition and you play a lot more games. Now we only have one formal practice match, and we probably play another scratch match just to prepare ourselves for round one. So, we were playing that much footy previously before they introduced the extra round.
Yeah, okay. I now want to follow on with that because this is another quick question, but it's on the same topic. This one is about the Coleman, okay, because it relates back to the fairness in the competition and the teams playing each other twice. Both Tex Walker and Charlie Curnow kicked 10 and 9 respectively against the hapless Eagles, which shot both of them to the top of the leaderboard, and they will now play West Coast again towards the end of the season. Fair, or is it just luck of the draw? What are your thoughts on that?
That's actually very good and something I hadn't thought about. I wish I was up there in the Coleman. Need to stay fit. No, I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
Dylan?
I'll never win a Coleman, so... I do see it can be a little bit unfair, but just those teams get better.
I've just found it fascinating because you think about some of the rules that are implemented. Sometimes you get to a circumstance where you see that and you go, West Coast, they're not having a good year of football. I mean, that's common knowledge. But if you've got good full forwards that are coming out and using that to their advantage and going, mate, I might be able to get out there and kick a bag this weekend. Next thing you become a Coleman medalist because of it. I don't know. To me, it seems like not quite right. But I don't want to go and do it to get you boys in any trouble any further, so I'll just leave it at that. Let's go into past, present and future. Dylan, I want to start with you, mate. I found this fascinating. To me, this highlights the gritty determination and dogged never say die attitude that you possess. I'm going to summarise your career to date. You finally get your chance to play in the VFL. Remember, this is just I'm surmising, all right? You finally get your chance to play in the VFL. 2 games in, you injure your shoulder and you miss 8 weeks. You fought back and then you played in both the preliminary and grand final, kicking 4 goals in the prelim and 3 goals in the grand final, in that grand final win. The AFL then beckons. You get picked up as pick 67 in the national draft of 2017. It would then be another 2 years before you would get your debut for the senior side, which was in round 3 of 2019. Then in 2020, you were delisted after only 10 games. You were then redrafted onto the rookie list. Then in 2021, you only missed 2 games through injury. Then you get a new contract, which is already a good story, but it gets better. I'm telling you this, all right? The same year, you were 4th in the best and fairest. Last year, you played every game and was 3rd in the best and fairest. This year, you just signed a new 3-year contract. You were elevated to vice captain. Then on the weekend, you run out as stand-in captain and you end up bagging the first goal in the game as captain. Mate, well bloody done. I don't want to rain on that because when I was writing that, I was going, that's a bloody good story, mate. You have really, from the depths of, how do I get back? How do I find the strength? How do I find the resolve to come out and then to achieve what you have? Tell us the emotion of what you've been through and how you felt on the weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No worries. You deserve it.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Yep.
And I'm lucky. I feel like I've been lucky with the support I've had around me at the footy club in the last 3 years. And even when I started my career, I had a lot of ups and downs. And I was just trying to get my body right.
Yep.
In my second year, I was playing 5 games in a row. Finally got my chance in the side, and then I got osteitis pubis, which ruled me out for 6 months. Couldn't do any running.
Yep.
So then going into the next season, I was very underdone and didn't give myself the best opportunity to then play AFL footy, and we went into the hub, and everyone knows the hub, that didn't go well for us. So there was a lot of frustrating times there where I was looking down the barrel of I might never play AFL footy again, and I grew up a Hawks supporter, so all I wanted to do was run out in the brown and gold every week. So
that's brilliant.
Yeah, to see that, I remember in the hub we had a few nights of crying thinking I might be delisted, and he wasn't playing good footy either, so we kind of formed a connection in the hub that we've had good support ever since, just between us two, and
that's great.
Hopefully, it's showing on the footy field. But those times, were tough, knowing that I might not play again, but then just get a lifeline and end up happening. The reason I stayed on the list was because Isaac Smith went to Geelong. So I got told if Isaac stayed, then I'd probably be delisted and wouldn't get picked up.
Sliding doors, mate.
Yeah, exactly. And then from then onwards, it was just about optimism and hard work. And we had Craig McRae come to the footy club, and he was a big person for me that just said, I just want you to work really hard because that's your nature, and have belief that you can play footy. So from then onwards, there's just been a lot of belief and optimism.
That is seriously brilliant because, please, if you feel like... I didn't write any of that down to embarrass you in any way. I wanted to actually write that down because that's a hell of an acknowledgement, and so there's a self-belief in yourself. I also understand, and I like this as well, because you're into your athletics. You competed and you were successful in both the steeplechase and the 1600 at the Stall Gifts as well. So you come from an athletics background.
Yeah, the Stall Gift was handicapped, so
yeah,
I got a bit lucky.
Yeah.
But I did athletics ever since I was 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mate, I just love it. It's a really good story. I really do tip my hat off to you to suggest that what you've been through in order to get to where you are, absolutely fantastic. I had, going back a few years ago now, Daniel Menzel on the show from Geelong. 9 knee reconstructions. To get back up time and time again and to keep going through that was just so impressive. you haven't had the injuries to that level. Let's not go there. We don't even want to talk about that. But you've been through a lot of everything else to get where you are. So I just wanted to say congratulations. Now, Mitchell, not to be outdone here, mate. You've had a lot of options growing up as well. Proficient not just in football, but also cricket and golf. Cricket at a district level and golf with a handicap of 1. And I think you're now playing off scratch.
No, bad form at the moment.
Yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm out to about 3 or 4.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. So you should feel sorry for him. Wow. But, mate, that's unbelievable. You got picked up as pick 76 in the draft, proving yourself to be a dominant option up forward. You had an interrupted start to 2023 with an ACL injury. How are you going with this? How is your body, and how much are you enjoying your football now?
Yeah, very good. My body's in a great position. We're actually just talking about it on the way here. We get our GPS numbers posted after every game, and I'm running in a career best way at the moment. So, my first couple of games back after the injury, I was a little bit slow to adjust to match conditioning and the fitness required at AFL level, but I've built a strong base now, and really enjoying the role I've got within the side. Obviously, I'm in the leadership group this year as well. To have Maury as standing captain for these next couple of weeks, it's pretty inspiring to see one of your mates run out and a club that he's supported for his whole life as well. So training has been going well. I feel like we're building something really special as a group, and it's going to take some time, but I think the fans can see what we're building at the moment.
I agree. I wanted to ask you, we spoke about sliding doors there before. What about the circumstance for you? Sliding door moments, you had maybe choices to go with cricket and also with golf. What made you take the actual door that was opening, which was your football? What was the decision there?
Yeah, so as a lot of young Australians do, they normally have 2 sports growing up, and golf was always sort of a hobby, something to enjoy away from school and away from footy and cricket. But for a lot of my childhood, it was cricket that I wanted to do. So I grew up wanting to play for Australia, but there's only 2 or 3 spots as a fast bowler, which is what I was trying to become. And the opportunities, and obviously they didn't have IPL really back then. That was only just getting started, so wasn't seeing that as an avenue forward. But really enjoyed my footy as well. Grew up out in Wallen, Kilmore area, playing for Assumption College under Scott Wind, who was the coach. He got me down to play as a year 10 in the ones, and everything just went from there, playing TAC Cup for the Calder Cannons, and play a couple of good games, get noticed, and all of a sudden found myself on an AFL list. But I didn't think that I would play one game, let alone still be here today.
That's brilliant, mate. Can I ask you, anyone else in the family got the type of skills? Is it genetics? Does it come from... And I talk about, you've got 3 professions that I alluded to there. Obviously, we're talking about cricket, golf, and also football. Does it come from uncles, auntie, where?
Tell you what, my old man would love if I could say him right now. He would absolutely love it. And he was a very handy cricketer and footballer. I'm sure he'll find a way to watch this, and he'll get stuck into me. But handy footballer. He taught me how to kick. He taught me everything that I know now. Maybe not everything, but the basic fundamentals of all 3 of those sports. We grew up on a golf course back home, and he was club captain of that course for a while. So he's not great though. He plays off 10 or 11. So I have to thank him for introducing me to all of these sports, especially footy.
In bloodlines though, is there anybody else that close relatives, siblings, anything along those lines? No.
Okay. Paving the way.
Yeah, good man. One other thing I wanted to ask you, just because we touched on the cricket, you would have watched the test at Edgbaston last week. Would have been hard because it was different time zone to where we are. How did you cope with that, and how did you feel at the end result of that?
Yeah, I was trying to stay up at different points and having naps in the afternoon so I could stay up a little bit later. But you've got to think about your training loads as well. So
Absolutely.
with a main training session on the next day, it's probably not great to be staying up to the early hours of the morning. I had the same problem with the US Open in the golf as well. So there was a lot of sports going on at once. I think the Lord's Test match would have started in a few minutes.
Yeah, all right.
So somebody can keep updates on the scores.
There you
as
go.
we're up here.
Wow.
Yeah,
mate, that's
so-
brilliant. I absolutely love it. You've got a full dance guard, mate. How have you found your direction under Sam, boys? I want to talk about that. And before I go on, guys, Hall of Fame last night, Sam Mitchell appointed into it. That's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. He probably might have had to walk into the club sideways today to get his head through, the actual doors, but that's just simply fantastic. What I wanted to ask you, though, what has he said to you about your football and what type of role does he want you both to play? And I know specifically what roles you do play, but what has he asked you and what sort of a mentor has he been for your footballing career thus far?
Yeah, Sam's been enormous for me. It was... Yeah, his first year back at the club, and we got to go to Kokoda with him, and you kind of just learnt what he was going to be about, and he just wanted to push you to the limits and really drive you really hard. So learning that early on has probably set both of us up to kind of know what to expect for him as a head coach, and nothing's really changed. He drives us hard, and he wants us to get as good as we can, as quick as we can.
Brilliant.
So for myself, I actually had a good conversation with him late last year. I played a little bit of midfield coming into the end of last year.
Okay.
And one of our things we do at our ex-interviews is we'll try pick the 20... So this year we'll pick our 2024 round one side.
Okay.
Who we think should play, and you've got to put yourself in your position, and I'll put myself starting on ball.
Okay.
And he cracked it at me. He was
Really?
like, nah, you've built yourself as a high half forward. When we win our premiership, we're playing as a high half forward. You'll have stints in the midfield, but primarily your role will be as a half forward. So this year, move back straight into the forward line, and we'll have little stints on the wing or try to sneak into the back line, get some cheap touches, or head into the midfield. But mainly I'll be 80% forward.
How's that? And when you first heard that, did that come as a bit of a shock to you? I mean, were you initially going, I don't know, but you had full belief in what he was instilling in you, and then you had belief in yourself? Did it happen like that?
It wasn't really a shock. I was just trying to put myself in the midfield. And he shut me down. But no, I just know that I've kind of got a flexible role in the side, and he's instilled so much belief in me that if I need you in the midfield, I'll quickly put you there. Or if you're not having a great day, I can chuck you on a wing. So I've been able to... Well, he's helped me out a lot when I'm not in games, just to have the freedom to do something else.
Brilliant. Well said, mate. I like it. Mitch, tell us a little bit about the role that he's asking you to play. I know where your position is, but what about the role? What does he expect from you?
Yeah, first of all, as a coach, I think he's going to be one of the all-time great coaches, even this early on in his coaching career. I feel like we're only just seeing the beginning of what he's capable of tactically as a coach. At the moment, we're building the foundations of our group, but as the years go by and we all get games under our belt, I think that tactically he will be one of the best. So that's just something to keep your eye on.
That's brilliant.
On an individual level, it's pretty simple for me. Game day, obviously, I'm one of the main vocal points in terms of key position players in our side, and I need to be a strong target ahead of the ball. So for me, that just starts with the contest and work rate as well. So those are the two things I think about each time I go out onto the field. But for us two especially, we're in that age bracket now where, funnily enough, we're one of the older guys around the group. So us two especially, and guys around our age, need to be driving standards and getting better every day, and that's something he's massive on.
You've got to love those answers, Tony. That's brilliant. Well said, mate. Both of you. I love it. Really, really good. Following on from this, what do you think is your best skill and or attribute in relation to your football journey? We all need good support. We all need a good support network, and we all need good family and friends. Who's been your greatest support and influence, as well as the question, your skill or attribute? Who's been your best support, and what is your skill or attribute that you bring to the table?
Well, growing up, Dad would love me saying this. Dad never played a game of football.
Okay.
He's from England, so he just grew up with the round ball. But he was a massive influence on me. Just everything that he wanted me to do was just around hard work and just getting reps in. So I feel like on an early age, he really instilled in me that you just got to work hard. So on and off the field, that's probably my biggest strength is my work rate. And on the field, that's what I try and bring every week is just try and work as hard as I can. And yeah, we're speaking about the GPS numbers. I'm trying to hit number 1 in the team for all the GPS targets, and Mitch is actually challenging me at the moment.
That's great.
And then, whilst I've been at the footy club, it's an obvious one I've spoken about in quite a bit, but it's Luke Bruce.
Okay.
He probably took me under his wing 3 years in, and ever since I've just gravitated towards him, and he's one of the greatest small forwards of all time. So to have him in the locker room is pretty handy.
Oh, that's beauty. Everyone loves Spunky, don't they? Yeah, well said. So just referring the question over to you, Mitch, your greatest attribute or skill, and the other thing that I wanted to know, who's your greatest support as well, or influence?
Yeah, certainly early days, it was my folks. There's no way that you can do what you do as a child and adolescent without your parents, and the amount of driving that my mum did. I used to drive to Ballarat 2 or 3 times a week for cricket and footy as well. Like, it's just ridiculous the amount of hours that we would have put in on the road, and Dad was always a great support. He never put too much pressure on me individually to perform, but he was there with feedback if required. More recently, I would have to say my partner. We've been together for 8 years, and she's been a rock throughout my playing career, so she's always good, keeping me level-headed, making sure that I ride the balance wave, don't get too high after a good performance or too low after a bad one. In terms of on-field attributes, I hope I'm an exciting player to watch in terms of contested marking and kicking goals. I try to bring a lot of energy to the side, and even during the week, I'm probably the loudest in the group, which can be annoying, but that's I'm an energy giver, and I want to get the best out of guys, which is why I do that.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I get the privilege of sitting up here and asking the questions, but when they give me an old touche and go, well, I'm going to supersede you with a bloody good answer, you guys are doing that tonight, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Is there something from your junior footy that has stayed with you throughout your career? I mean, something that you either lacked or had that you turned into your favour. Was it speed, agility, size, core strength, ability to read the play, tackling pressure in and under, anything that has made you the footballer that you are today, that you first acknowledged as either a skill that you had or an attribute? I know we've already spoken about that, but from your junior footy to where you are.
Yeah, I can go. In terms of a negative one, growing up, I used to really crack the sads, seriously crack the sads. Right. Like, picture like Matthew Richardson carrying on the MCG type of
times that type by 10.
Setup. Yeah, so no matter what sport I played, if I lost or I put in a bad effort, like, I was the hardest person on myself, and it's taken a long time to learn that skill and
for sure.
Realise that it's okay if you make a mistake, but how you move on is the important thing. So it still challenges me to this day, but I think it's become one of my greatest strengths to make a mistake and having the ability to move on from that.
Oh, I agree. Well said, mate. Well said. What about from your junior playing career?
Yeah, I've probably got 2. One would be pain tolerance.
Okay.
And more just around like toughness, where my dad was a bit of a hard ass on me, where I remember one day it was under 10s and I broke my arm, went to the bench crying my eyes out, and Dad just said, "Get back on, like, you're fine." And so I went back on, played the rest of the game, complained about it all week, played the next week.
No.
Played okay, I can't remember. And then we were in the court, we lived in a court, and we were just kicking footies, and I couldn't mark the thing. And Dad was like, "Oh, all right, something's wrong, let's go." Turns out, broke my arm.
No.
Played a couple of weeks, but it's more just fighting through pain, and I feel like that's worked in my favour with just toughness and hard work. As you cop a hit, you just got to get back up. And if I broke my arm today, I'll definitely miss a few weeks. But it's probably just, fighting through little niggles or got a cork in a game, it's been able to still perform. And then the second one is probably just my size meant that through juniors I never got picked for anything. So didn't play under 16s, never played Metro until under 18s.
Wow.
Got picked up with Eastern Rangers, so my NAB League side, or Coates Hire now, halfway through my bottom age year just because I was playing good school footy.
Yep.
But the whole time, everyone was just looking for the perfect build.
Yep.
And I wasn't that, so I never got picked. So it was just probably proving people wrong and persevering and going through adversity and being able to come out the other side better and bigger. So I probably try to take that onto my AFL career as well.
Fantastic. Freaking awesome. I think of two individuals that spring to mind. I've had them both on the show, and I've many times spoken to them about certain qualities, attributes and skills. Boomer Harvey, games record holder, 429 games for the North Melbourne Football Club. He was one of those individuals that didn't think, everyone told him, no, you're not going to make it. Tony Shaw, captain of the 1990 Premiership side for Collingwood, another individual too short, you're not going to make it. So great that you have that belief. They've had it too, and if that gives you any knowledge to partake and move forward on, well done. Keep going, mate. Identifying your characteristics. New blood comes into the club. You both just alluded to before that you're probably in the senior leadership group. New blood comes into the club, be that a draftee, a new recruit or a traded player. Does it give you more motivation to excel and succeed? And likewise, does it bring out the competitive beast in you? I can tell from that wry smile that I'm going to get the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good.
I mean, you don't really have to find a motivation. Still at our age, like we're still very early on in our careers, so we're always motivated to get better. We feel like we've nowhere near reached our potential on an individual or team level. So, it's very exciting when new players come in, especially over the last couple of years, because we've had some high draft picks for the first time in a long time. Guys like Josh Weddle, and Cam McKenzie coming in as first-year players and having an immediate impact. These guys are coming in and challenging standards, the way we do things. Pre-season, Josh Weddle was like so far ahead of everyone in the running. We're just like, who is this kid?
Yeah, wow.
And then to come in during the season and have an impact, it's quite inspiring. And as an older player, you need to make sure that you're keeping up with these younger guys.
Good. Dylan, what about your thoughts on that particular topic?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the people getting drafted now, maybe because they're higher draft picks, they come in with a bit more confidence.
Yep.
And they know they're good at footy and they've always been good at footy. So the last couple of years or 3 years especially, we've had a lot of kids come in and they're already good and they're already first day at training, they're sidestepping you, they're breaking your tack and you're like, yeah, wow, I've got to get better. So there's a joke going on at the moment. A couple of weeks ago, Connor McDonald dominated against the Lions and he's been rated a higher forward than me or something in the competition, so everyone's been stuck into me and he's a second year, so it makes me just really want to get him back.
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, I hear it. Good stuff. All right, you're coming up against the Blues this weekend at the G, Hawthorn versus Carlton, with the game kicking off at 1:10 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. Carlton are coming off the bye. There has only been 2 winners out of the 12 clubs thus far that have won after coming back from the bye. So the odds may be stacked in your favour coming up against the Blues. It's going to be a good test, though, for both clubs. 15th versus 16th. If the Hawks get off to a good start and maintain a 4-quarter effort, who knows? It's going to be won and lost in the midfield, shut down their run, put pressure on the ball carrier, thus creating turnover and pushing it forward at all costs. Sounds simple enough. Get it down to Mitch and let him do his finest work.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, sounds nice. 15th versus 16th, it may not look like it's anything, playing finals or anything about that, but it's going to be a good test for you guys to come out and play against Carlton, who probably should be a little bit higher as to where they are. But in saying that, Hawthorn have got a lot to learn, and this will be a good game in order to see where you're both at. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I still remember when we played Carlton last year, we lost by a point, so I'm sure that'll come up at some point in our Oppo preview this week. But yeah, I think we owe them one, and if we get a good start, like you said, we're every chance.
Excellent. Dylan, your thoughts going out as captain, standing captain? Don't worry about the stand-in part. Going out as captain again, win the coin toss, get off to a nice start. Your thoughts on where the game is going to be won and lost?
Yeah, you said it there. they've obviously got some really talented midfielders, and they got the Brownlow medalists from last year, but you see Adam Chera this year absolutely dominating. Is probably leading their best and fairest. So they've got a lot of weapons in there. Sam Walsh, and then they've got the two twin towers down forward. So it's going to be a tough battle. But yeah, midfield will be challenging. But then I feel like if we can play a front half game and keep it into our forward line, similar to what we did to Brisbane only 3 weeks ago at the G as well, I feel like we start well and be in the game at half time. I don't know if they've got the legs to run with us.
Bloody awesome, I love it. Well, all the best to you both. Good luck this weekend and for the rest of the season. Stay injury free and enjoy your footy. Go Hawks. There you go. Put your hands together for the boys. All right, just as they catch their breath, we're going to move into our first little segment. That was just to get to know the boys a little bit. We want to now get a little bit more in depth with them. We're going to do it in our first little segment. It's called What About Me? All right, now I know you both love your footy, but let's get a little bit more out about you and your footy journey. At what age did you first realise that you wanted to play AFL?
Oh, as long as I remember.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
6 or 7, good.
Yeah, I was early days as well, but then I really wanted to chase the AFL dream probably when I was 16.
Okay, nice. Who's been your best mate at the club since arriving? I know you probably alluded to Luke Bruce, but who has been your best mate since arriving at the club?
Oh, Mida Lewis.
Ah, nice. Excellent. Yes, good.
That's a lie. You're always mates with the guys that you get drafted around, so Maury as well, but Connor Nash for me as well.
Okay.
We got drafted together. So.
Yeah, good. All right. So describe for us what you were thinking turning up for your first day at your new job at the club. Where to park, where to sit. Who was the first person or player that made you feel welcome?
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I was a bit starstruck at the start, obviously being a massive Hawks nuffy growing up. Yeah. All I wanted to do was, be with these people. And I remember shaking Cyril Rioli's hand. He was probably the first or second person. And I was like, I've got a poster of you in my bedroom. Like, this is weird.
Very nice.
I don't think anybody could guess the first person's hand that I shook when I got to the footy club. It was Ty Vickery.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay.
He was there for a year, and he was the first guy I saw as soon as I walked through the doors. He was lovely as well, by the way, so really good guy. But I do remember my very first training session. I was trying so hard out there, and I was stuffing up every kick. Like, it's a simple handball drill, and my handballs are hitting the deck. And I remember Ruffy came and put an arm around me and just relax, mate.
Yeah, good.
It's going to be all right.
Good.
So he helped me out pretty early on.
Nice, very good. Now, I already know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it for the benefit of the two of you and also for everyone here. Who did you grow up supporting, and who was your favourite footballer when you were growing up? So we know who you grew up supporting, but who was your favourite footballer, and then we'll get your answer.
Yeah, Sam always gets stuck into me because I wasn't his favourite, or he wasn't my favourite.
Yeah.
I loved Luke Hodge, absolutely loved him.
Yeah. The general?
So I only had ever 2 numbers on the back. It was 15 and 33. So Cyril and Hodgie.
Nice. Okay. Mitch?
I didn't choose this, but I was a Richmond supporter growing up. And being a key forward, I spoke about Richo before, but Matthew Richardson was my favourite player.
There you go. All right. Thank God you ran into Ty Vickery then. Now, what was the feeling like when you first caught a glimpse of yourself in the full Hawthorn kit? So you're not at Kmart, Mum hasn't gone down with you and you're trying something on and you've got to have a look at yourself in the shorts on the top. You're actually about to run out for the Hawthorn Football Club. You catch a glimpse of yourself somewhere, reflection in a window, in the mirror or whatever. You got the shorts on, you got the brown and white stripes and you're going, whoa, this is me, I'm doing it. Can you tell us what that emotion was like?
Yeah, the brown and gold stripes. I probably caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and thought, geez, the other AFL players have much bigger biceps than me. And I still think that to this day.
Yeah, right, okay.
But yeah, it's a super surreal feeling. And still, each time you put the Guernsey on, it's special. We have a players-only thing pre-game where we get all the players in to the change rooms, and we put all the Guernseys on together because we know the importance of the Guernsey, and we're just carriers of it for the time being, but it's gone through a lot of very important people's hands and will do in the future as well.
Absolutely. What was it like for you, Dylan?
Yeah, it's a privilege, and it's pretty surreal when you see yourself, you're running out. My first game was at the G, so you're in the changes of the G and you're like, well, I'm about to run out, live out my childhood dreams. So it's a really special feeling the first time you really get to put it on for the first time to run out in, because you have your photo shoot days and you put it on and it looks like a bit of a joke around the club when you got your full kit on.
Yeah.
But once you're in the change rooms and you get to put the Guernsey on again, it's an amazing feeling.
Brilliant. Love it. Since your time at the club, who has impressed you the most with their professionalism, their work ethic and their work rate? Who stands out?
For training standards and all-round professionalism, Moore is a hard one to go past. He sets a very strong example for the group, and it's probably a testament of where he's come from. He would be the first to say he maybe didn't have the talent early days, but the amount of hard work that he puts in and continues to put in is a real example for us all.
Great.
We got a kid, Ned Long, who just puts himself into very uncomfortable situations and he pushes his body to the limit. So he's actually pretty inspiring to train with, especially pre-season. He's the first one that would probably vomit after a session, just purely how hard he works.
Okay.
And everything he does is pretty top stuff.
Good stuff. All right. Excellent. What is your mindset when you're going out to play? What's your individual focus and what do you say to yourself to get into the zone?
Pre-game, as I alluded to before, you'll find me carrying on, trying to annoy someone, trying not to annoy the wrong people, because some people are really serious before the games and just need to relax a little bit.
Take a chill.
So, I'm quite jovial and energetic before a game, but as soon as the first bounce occurs, there's certainly a mental switch, and I wouldn't quite say alter ego, but there is a different mindset that I have to go into to perform and do my role.
Understand.
Yeah, Mitch is up here with his energy before a game and just how calm he is, and then we've probably got Frosty down here who you don't want to really talk to.
Don't touch Frosty before a game.
I'm probably sitting, probably around here.
Okay.
I like to be pretty calm, but then I get a bit nervous before games as well, so I just try to get myself into a good what Sam calls temperature, where you're living at your optimal temperature before a game. So if you're too up and about and you're too eager to go out there, you just got to calm yourself down. So I find myself probably in that situation more often than not. But then once the siren goes, it's just game on and
That's it.
you're ready to go.
Yeah, white line fever. Do you get nervous on the big stage, or do you just believe in your abilities to get you across the line?
Bit of both, I think.
Okay.
Not speaking on behalf of everyone, but majority of us is a bit of both, and you've got to believe in yourself. I feel like that's one of the main attributes of any successful AFL player is you've got to have that belief and that slight arrogance that you are good enough and that you will beat your opponent.
Yep.
So I do believe that belief is a big thing, but then, playing on the big stage and you've got to perform under pressure, and Sam's a massive one that at the moment we probably haven't been able to perform under pressure, and the bigger games we're not handling right now. So round one we didn't handle the pressure and went over to Port Adelaide after a couple wins and didn't handle the pressure there either. So it's something that we're trying to work on.
Nice.
Yeah, quite a similar answer for me as well. There's certainly an enormous level of self-confidence and belief in your own ability and the work that you've put in throughout the week to set you up for a good performance. But I'd be lying to say if I didn't get nervous before a game. Yeah,
good. Describe one word and one word only that you think best describes each other. Mitch, you describe Dylan. Dylan, you describe Mitch.
Loving.
Ah, very nice. Pressure's on, mate.
Trying so hard not to make this a joke. But seriously, caring.
Caring. All right. Lovely. Very nice. Lovely and caring. Yeah, there you go. Love and marriage. Describe for us your take on each other's sense of humour. Do the same thing again. What's his sense of humour like and what's yours?
He can be pretty dry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say pretty similar. Like, you can get me to laugh quite easily, to be honest. Like, anybody can really get me to laugh.
Okay.
That's a hard one to describe, yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, all right, good. Let's do it then. Do you have a cause or hobby that you're deeply passionate about outside of football? I presume golf is going to be yours? Yes?
Yeah, golf. I'm studying at uni as well. Maury's studying. I'm doing a teaching degree, so
Okay.
health and physical education with biology. I recently completed 10 days of placement at a school, so I was doing that on my day off during the week. So that's something ticking along on the sidelines, as well as I've got a very energetic 4.5-year-old dog, German Shorthair Pointer, that keeps me quite busy.
Yeah, right, there you go. Nice answer too, by the way. Dylan, you?
Yeah, I study commerce finance, so that keeps me occupied.
Yep.
But also, a little hobby, I collect NFTs, so non-fungible tokens, but they're not going so well at the moment.
Wow, okay. I do know a little bit about that, but that's good enough, that'll do. What's the one headline that you'd like to wake up and read about yourself?
More kicks 10 on the weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll go one bigger. Lewis Stars in Hawthorn premiership win.
Oh, there you go. That's how you get that. That's nice.
Noted.
Yeah, very good, very good. Who's been your toughest opponent to match up on?
Isaac Quaynor was actually pretty good.
Okay.
His combination of just his speed, power, strength for a small is quite good, actually.
Okay. Nice.
Probably my worst game for the year, and full credit goes to Stephen May from the Demons. I think he kept me to 6 touches and a goal. So, he's a really good player. He's super strong, but he's fast as lightning as well.
Yeah.
So there'd be times I think I'd have him on a lead. No, he spoils that. I try to push off him. He doesn't move. So, okay, that doesn't work. And he just makes it really hard for you to play your game.
Wow, good answers, boys. You've been asked to sing a song karaoke style. What sort of song are you going for?
We actually had a camp this year where we did karaoke.
Cool.
And I went like 20th or something, so everyone had taken my song, so I ended up singing Hallelujah.
Oh, really?
Real slow one, yeah.
Jeff Buckley. Wow.
Maury's got a great voice as well, so...
Okay.
Maybe later.
All right. We'll do that later on, all right, after the autographs. Yeah. Mitch?
I like a lot of music, but I'm listening to a lot of Yusuf Cat Stevens at the moment.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah, good.
old school.
Yeah, old school. All right. What's that one smell that you can't resist or walk past?
Maury actually can't smell. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, I've lost any scent.
Yeah.
So I can't smell anything, so yeah, I can resist it all.
Wow. All right, there you go. So you're learning everything here.
Yeah. Freshly cut grass. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Bit of a different one. Like, people, they like the smell of petrol. Like, surely when you're filling up your car, I'm not sniffing petrol, but in terms of just when I'm filling up my car, it's just like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah, right. I like aviation fuel, so maybe there's something in that too, and I don't do that either. Have you ever been in a situation where someone has recognised you and it was kind of embarrassing? Either for them or for you?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
No?
No, never embarrassing. I was one of those kids that absolutely loved footy as well, and if I saw an AFL player, I'd be stopping trying to get signatures. So I've got a lot of time for people loving their footy club and loving players.
Oh, well said. Well said. Yeah. Let's just
Nothing off the top of my head.
Nothing that springs to mind. What's been the weirdest thing that you've ever been asked to sign?
Kids are obsessed with getting their hands signed at the moment, like their arms, and it's just like, your parents are just going to make you rub it off anyway, so...
Not like you're going to go down to the tattoo
don't make your
parlour.
kids make us sign your arms. It's getting annoying.
Yeah, okay. Good. There, you heard it first.
Yeah, and there's some weird ones. I think last year there was a massive trend of just getting random things signed. So I think I signed like a milk bottle or something like that.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Bananas.
all sorts.
Our media guy at Hawthorn, is really into TikTok. So he's trying to become the #1 TikTok page in the AFL.
Okay.
And last year at our signing sessions, he just
Chopping
kept
boards.
bringing out, and he'd be like, "Yep, sign this." Ooh. And just everything. He was just like
Anything and everything.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Are you walking through the airport, a shopping centre, or you're sitting at home and you're watching KO and a billboard or an image comes up and it's of you? What do you think? What's your first reaction?
It's a good-looking rooster.
I think there's a few in the room that might agree with that. Yeah.
No, it is a surprise.
Yeah.
Initially,
It's weird.
You never get used to seeing yourself on TV. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've probably seen it. Every time there's a photo of me, Mum's already got it. So it's probably already sent into my group chat.
Nice. Do you have a normal or an abbreviated signature when you're signing autographs, or is it the same one for everything?
It changes. Probably shouldn't say this, but when I really want to do a nice signature and got a bit of time,
Yes.
it's
a full,
It's
yeah.
pretty good.
Nice.
But then when we're in a real rush or something, it's just I'd usually just do a little DM13.
Yeah,
But otherwise, I try to spell out the whole thing.
I understand. And can I just preface it? The reason I ask is Kevin Bartlett did exactly the same thing. When he was doing his nice signature, it was full Kevin Bartlett. When he just does everything else, it's KB, number 29. That was it. So, interesting. What about you?
Yeah, I think somebody early days told me to have your bank signature and your actual signature is different. So, I've got 2 different ones as well. Well, they're quite similar, but when we're signing jerseys, especially in our signing days, we're signing a couple of hundred items at a time. So, and it's like a production line. You've got to be really quick. So, if you're there signing your big long bank signature, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it depends where you're sitting in that line too, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's all good at the front. 1 and 2, A1 position.
Yeah, okay. The last couple of questions I wanted to ask you, what's the one AFL club you like to beat the most?
Geelong.
Yeah.
Easter Monday's always, it's probably my favourite game of the year, so to beat
Brilliant.
Geelong.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, the Easter Monday games are really good to win. And Collingwood is another one, just
Wow,
because...
okay. Just because it's Collingwood. What's more important out of the following? I want you to rank them, okay? I'll call them out, you rank them. Money, family, friends. Rank them. What's more important?
We'll go money 3.
Yep.
Family 1, friends 2, but friends can also be family. So
Nice, mate. Well said.
Yeah, I'd say very similar, the same.
Yep. Family, friends, money. Rank them.
Money up there, a bit higher.
Rank them. Holiday, house, possessions.
What was that?
Holiday, house, possessions.
Possessions. What does that mean?
as in
Possessions, things you own.
disposal.
I actually don't know what possessions.
Things that you own. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so
Your golf clubs. They're your possessions.
I don't have a house yet, so number one house, number 2 girlfriend. Yeah, need a girlfriend.
Needs one bad.
Yeah.
What are the other 2?
Holiday, house, possessions.
House, possessions, holiday.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I recently bought a house, so I've got that covered.
Congratulations. Yes.
Probably holiday last. Yeah, possessions and house pretty soon. I'll go
Okay.
possessions first.
Good. I like
My
it.
golf clubs.
Here you go. You've got to rank these 3. Footy, fame, fortune.
Well, if I come really good at footy, then I get a lot of fame, then I'll get fortune. So
Love it. Very well thought out.
Can't beat that.
Yeah,
I
can't beat that. Neither can I. That's good. And your last one, health, happiness, fulfilment. Health, happiness, fulfilment. Rank them.
Health 1. Yeah, happiness 2, fulfilment 3. In
Okay.
order.
yeah, same.
Good. I like it. The siren has gone. You're trailing by 5. Which player do you hope has got the ball in their hands to win the game for you?
Whereabouts? In the 50.
It's all on you.
Goal square? Nah. Can I say myself?
Of course you can.
Yeah. I'll take the responsibility.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm
You
going.
reckon that? Okay, good. On the count of three, don't look at each other, look out into the audience. At the same time, give me this answer. Which club has got the most feral supporters?
Collingwood.
One. Well done, boys. Very nice indeed. All right, the boys are ready to go. As soon as, the way that it's going to work, just so you know, just to explain that little part, you're actually going to be scoring for Nick, okay? Mitch, you'll keep Nick's score. And Dylan, you'll be keeping Olivia's score, all right? So as soon as they get one right, you're just flipping it over. Guys are really excited, these two. They were telling me they couldn't wait to see which contestants I'd get up. All right, here comes your first one. How many premierships has your club won?
Nick.
Yes, Nick.
25.
Microphone?
25.
No. Olivia, would you like to have a guess?
17.
Very close, 13. Bad luck, no one gets any points. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final? Have a guess. Olivia. Yes, Olivia.
5.
Oh, Olivia, so close. Nick?
4.
You went the wrong way. 6. Bad luck. 6 it is. Okay. Who is your team's captain? Olivia.
James Sisley.
Yes, all right. We like it when we get off the mark. Well done, James Sisley it is. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Olivia. Lloyd Meek. No.
No. Nick?
Gary Ayres.
Interesting. It's not what I've got written down here, but what do you think, Mitch? Will we give it to him? Yeah. All right, he can have it. There you go. 1 point. We like it when you give a wrong answer. Okay. How many members does your club currently have closest to within 1,000?
Nick.
Yes, Nick.
98.
98 would be wrong. Olivia.
80,000.
81,494. You get it. Well done, Olivia. 2 points to you. 1 point, I mean. All right. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Olivia. 14th.
Olivia, you were so close. No. Nick.
15th.
You went the wrong way again. 13th. Well done, mate. All right. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Nick.
Yes, Nick.
5.
No. Olivia.
12.
No. In the middle there somewhere. 8. All right, here we go. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Olivia. 2015.
Yes.
Or who did they play? West Coast.
Yes. All right. Well done. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Nick. 80.
No, Nick. Olivia.
60.
No, it was 46. Bad luck to both of you. For 2 points now, who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2022 and how many goals did they kick?
Olivia.
Nick.
Olivia.
Luke Bruce.
Yes, that's correct. And how many goals?
Was it 2022?
Yes.
40.
Spot on. Well done. Yeah. Well done. Brilliant. Good stuff. So you don't have to know everything. You can guess up there as well, but I'm suggesting you know everything, so it's good. All right, this is for 3 points, okay? And what are we looking at score-wise? 5 versus 1. Okay, Nick, here we go. 3 points. Player year votes. Who was the last Hawthorn player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
Nick. Mitchell.
Which one?
Not Sam.
No.
Not Mitch. It's Tom.
Tom,
Mitchell.
yes, that's 1 point. Yes.
Who went to Collingwood.
Yes. How many votes? And what year?
It was 4 years ago. I can't remember. I don't know what year it is.
Well, we're in 2023 now, if that helps.
Yeah. No, not 18 or 19. I would have said 19.
Right, you'd be wrong.
2019. Okay.
You'd be wrong. Did you want to have a guess at votes?
Votes, I reckon 74.
Ooh, this is going well. Have I introduced you all to Nick, everyone? Okay. It was Tom Mitchell. You got 1 point there. Votes and year. Do you think you could let us know, Olivia?
2018.
Yes, that's correct. And how many votes?
55.
Okay. No, this was the Brownlow, not how many points they kicked. That was 28 votes in 2018. So a point each. All right, well done. 6 versus 2. All right. Who has kicked the most goals in the history of the Hawthorn Football Club? Wait till I read out all the entirety of the answer. Is it A, Lee Matthews, B, Peter Hudson, or C, Jason Dunstall?
Nick Jason Dunstall, number 19.
Yes, that's correct. And could you tell me for a bonus point how many actual goals he's kicked?
I don't know, but I ran out to on his 100th at Princess Park.
That's nice information.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to have a go, Olivia? You can still 1 point here if you can guess how many goals Jason Dunstall kicked.
800.
That's not bad. It was 1,254. You're both very close. All right, this is your last question. Who has played the most games at the Hawthorn Football Club out of these 3 players? Is it A, Shane Crawford, B, Luke Hodge, or C, Sam Mitchell? Nick.
I'd go Luke Hodge.
No, you'd be wrong.
Sam Mitchell.
Sam Mitchell would be correct. Well done. And for a bonus point, either of you, do you know how many games that Sam Mitchell has played?
Over 250. Nick.
Yes, Nick. You're right.
310.
Very close. Olivia.
280.
No, not that close. 307 he played. We have an eventual winner. It is you, Olivia, on 7. You are simply the best. Well done. Wow. Olivia, I went... Nick, whoa. Hang on, mate, hang on. I went and got this. This was the old heritage scarf, all right? Olivia, that's yours for winning simply the best. On top of that, Olivia, you get a That's Good for Footy football, all right? So there's 2 prizes for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Nick, guess what? You get a That's Good for Footy football. Well done, champ. Thanks, guys. There you go. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture People. They are the experts in the home theatre technology. The Big Picture People are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. That was very well done. All right. Now, welcome to the show, boys. Nice to have you here. Jack and Hudson, you're going to be actually participating in this segment. You're going to be my helpers. You're going to be keeping score for the boys. All right, Jack, you'll be playing for Mitch, and Hudson, you'll be playing for Dylan. Now, Sandy's going to spin a wheel. Who out of you 2 would like to go first? Nominate out of you 2 who would like to go first.
I'll go.
Yeah? Yep, Dylan's
Sure.
up. All right, Sandy, show them the wheel nice and quickly. We've got Brownlow's Grand Finals, number 9's Norm Smith, Coleman's, blah, blah, blah. Sandy's going to spin the wheel. We're going to see what segment comes up. You'll have 10 questions within that category. And as you're doing that, Hudson's going to keep score for you. Spin the wheel, Sand. Nervous anticipation. And the subject is?
Brownlow's number 2.
Brownlow medals. All right. How do you reckon you will go at this? So as you said at the start, you're a bit of a footy nuffy. So what's going to happen here, mate, I'm actually going to give you the year of the Brownlow medalist, and you have to give me who the player was that actually won the Brownlow medal in that year. And you're going to keep score for everyone that he gets right. He wants you to go nuts. He wants to even cheat and start flipping them over. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So here we go. Here comes your first one. Who won the Brownlow medal in 2019?
Paddy Dangerfield?
No, Nathan Fife. Not bad. No points, all right. Who won it in 2016?
Pritters?
No, Patrick Dangerfield. All right. Who won it in 2014?
Cooney?
No, Matt Prittis. Oh. All right, mate. Sorry, Hudson, not quite going to plan yet. All right. 2021. Who won it in 2021? 2 years ago.
Bond.
No, Ollie Wines. All right. Okay. Yeah, don't listen to anyone, mate. Who won it in 2015? You mentioned him before, if that helps.
Cooney?
No, Nathan Fife.
You mentioned it.
Well, I mentioned it, but yeah, well, all right, yeah, I did. Who won it in 2017?
Dangerfield.
No, Dustin Martin. Yeah, okay. Who won it in 2018?
Yeah, Tom Mitchell.
Yes, all right. Yeah. Come on, everyone, put your hands together. He got it. Well done. See, Hudson, that's how it works. He's got one. All right, here we go. Who won it in 2022, last year?
Oh, Paddy Cripps.
Well done. Patrick Cripps is correct. Who won it in 2020? Think of COVID. Presented it to himself.
Lachie Neale.
Yes, well done. Look how excited Hudson is. Like, this is fantastic. And your last one, mate, who won it in 2013?
I'm going to have to go with him, Adam Cooney.
No, Gary Ablett Jr. All right, there you go. All right, total score of 3. Okay, Sandy, we need the wheel to be spun. It's going to be your turn, Mitch. Let's see what segment gets spun up here. Spin away. All right. What's our segment?
Grand finals number 3.
Grand finals number 3. Okay. No, this is all right. Okay, I'm going to do it. It works exactly the same way for you. So what's going to happen here, I'm going to ask you what I'll give you the year. You just have to give me the club. All right? Jack, it's your turn. How are you feeling? Excited? Oh, yeah. Good, Jack. Whatever. Okay, let's see how we go. Who won the grand final in 2018?
West Coast.
Yes, West Coast it is. Who won it in 2020?
Yeah, it was Richmond.
Yes, it was Richmond. There you go. Who won it in 2021?
Melbourne.
Correct. Who won it in 2015?
Hawthorn.
Yes, correct. Who won it in 2017?
Yeah, I do know that's Richmond as well.
Yes, correct, it is. Who won it in 2016?
Western Bulldogs.
Correct. Who won it in 2022?
Geelong.
Correct. Who won it in 2014?
Hawthorn.
Correct. Who won it in 2010?
Collingwood.
Correct. Who won it in 2012?
Sydney.
Correct. Well done. Total score of 10. There you go. And you were worried about that? Huh? Not bad, boys. Not bad at all. No one goes home empty-handed here. You two boys were great. I needed a helper to keep score. You both get a That's Good for Football each. All right? You happy? There you go. Well done, kids. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Now, because you're going first, Mitch, get ready, Rhiannon, because he's going to go nuts through this. He's going to be flipping them over one after the other, one after the other. You're going to be going first, Mitch, because Dylan volunteered to go first last time, so we'll just play it nice and even. Yep. What I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be reading out the player's jumper number from the current list of the Hawthorn Football Club. You have to give me their Christian name and their surname. For anyone playing along at home, that's your first and your last, all right? So here it comes, 45 seconds on the clock, okay, to see how many players you can identify. Here's your first one. Your time starts now. Number 4.
Jarman Impey.
Correct. Number 40.
Seamus Mitchell.
Correct. Number 22.
Luke Bruce.
Correct. Number 26.
Fergus Green.
Correct. Number 5.
James Warple.
Correct. Number 10.
Carl Amon.
Correct. Number 32.
Finn McGuinness.
Correct. Number 8.
Sam Frost.
Correct. Number 14.
Jack Scrimshaw.
Correct. Number 20.
Chad Wingard.
Correct. Number 3.
John Newcomb.
Correct. Number 12.
Will Day.
Correct. Number 6.
James Sicily.
Correct. Number 33.
Tyler Brockman.
Correct. Number 9.
CJ.
Correct. Number 13.
Dylan Moore.
Correct. Number 21.
Cooper Stevens.
Correct. Number 1.
Harry Morrison.
Correct. Number 23.
Jacob Kaczynski.
Correct. Total score 16. Wow. Rhiannon, very well done. Thank you. That was great. Good score.
Chankworth GF.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Got it the second time around. I like that very much. All right, so yeah, you know how it works. Josh, you're going to be keeping score. You ready for that? Okay. Well, so you're going to keep up with it and see how quickly we can go. All right, here comes your first one. Number 2.
Mitch Lewis.
Correct. Number 24.
Denver Granger Barras.
Correct. Number 25.
Josh Ward.
Correct. Number 28.
Cam McKenzie.
Correct. Number 15.
Blake Hardwick.
Correct. Number 29.
Jai Sarong.
Correct. Number 30.
Sam Butler.
Correct. Number 16.
Lockie Bramble.
Correct. Number 31. Pass the video.
Connor McDonald.
Correct. Number 17.
Lloyd Meek.
Correct. Number 7.
Ned Reeves.
Correct. Number 11.
Connor Nash.
Correct. Number 18.
Max Lynch.
Correct. Number 38.
38 is... Who's 38? I do know this. 30s.
Pass.
Josh Weddle.
No, 38 is Max Ramsden. 37 is Josh Weddle. You finished up with a total score of 12. You finished up with a total score of 16. Rhiannon, you win. Well done, guys. Unbelievable. All right, what we'll do is a football each to both of you. We'll give that one to Rhiannon because ladies take that one first. Josh, I'll give you yours when we go over and do the photos, all right? I just need to tell you about some upcoming shows. Next week, July the 6th, which is a Thursday night. We're doing the show on a Thursday night. We're heading to the Springvale RSL, 23 Osborne Avenue in Springvale, for a Melbourne show with Jack Viney and Jacob Van Ruin. Then on, there you go, Russell, well done. Then on July the 12th, we're at the Mulgrave Country Club here for an Essendon night with Kyle Langford and Peter Wright. And then on July the 19th, you're going to love this, we're heading to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee for a Geelong show with Mitch Duncan and Gary Rowan. Remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, only purchase them through the That's Good Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, or click on the links in the That's Good Footy Facebook page. This will take you through to the ticketing platform. Don't purchase them anywhere else. I need you guys just to understand, there's only 3 of us that put these shows together. A lot of you out there are probably going, yeah, it looks like it too. But then there's a lot of others of you that go, yeah, it's really good for 3 of you. So thank you. We appreciate the support. I just wanted to, while you are doing that, thank Sam, my sound guy. He's bloody awesome. Brilliant stuff, Sam. And while you're at it, please put your hands together for Sandy. She looks after the floor and she gives a lot more. She's wonderful. We really appreciate everything she's done. I told you before, your photos will be up on the That's Good Footy Facebook page. Go on and like it if you haven't already. That's where all the information will be for future shows and anything that you need to find out about. You can see us on TikTok. You can see us on Instagram. You can also follow us on YouTube. You can get everything that you need to see there. The last thing that I need to do tonight is to say one really special thing. These guys have been freaking amazing. I just want you to put your hands together for Mitchell Lewis and Dylan Moore. Please, guys, pick up your microphones. Your first time on the show, your second time on the show. Will I ever be able to get you back again?
I'd say so, if you ever ask me again. But
yes.
Yeah, just thanks to everyone for coming out, showing your support for us and for the Hawks all year and for many more years to come. I promise we'll get the premiership very soon. Maybe give it a few years, but yeah, thanks again for coming out and go Hawks.
Well said. Well said. And just to top it off, Mitch, you can have the last say.
Yes, thank you again. Thank you for coming out tonight, and I hope to see you all on Sunday at the G and throughout the future as well. As I said earlier, we're building something really special, and the fan base is all a part of that, the most important part in my eyes. So keep showing up and we'll get there.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you, mate. Just to close off with the show, this has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you very much for everyone for coming. We'll see you soon. Have a good night. Cheers, everyone. Goodbye.